say warm welcome. All right.
Sure. Om Amriteshwari Namaha. Our humble pranams at the lotus feet of our most beloved Amma.
And a warm welcome to all present here.
Today, we are honored to have with us Sampuja Swami Purnamritanandapuri, the Honorable Justice Devan Ramachandran, Dr. Prem Nair, Group Medical Director and Provost, our dear Principal Dr. Girish Sir, Vice Principal Dr. A. Anand Kumar, the HODs of the various departments, Dr. Saraswati L., Professor and HOD of the Physiology Department, Dr. C. Jayakumar, Professor and HOD of the Pediatrics Department, and Dr. Mini Pillai, Professor and HOD of the Anatomy Department.
We now welcome the vibrant graduating class to the hall. Please put your hands together as they arrive.
Today marks the graduation of the class of 2019. On this wondrous occasion, we extend our heartfelt congratulations. Today is a day of celebration and new beginnings, marking the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance for our graduates.
This journey has shaped you, not just with knowledge, but with experiences that will guide your path ahead. As you step into the world, may you carry forward the passion, courage, and dreams that brought you here. We also would like to commemorate their families, mentors, and supporters for their endless encouragement and sacrifices that they have made to bring them to this point.
Our university, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, is a leading institution known for excellence in education, research, and healthcare. The Amrita School of Medicine in Kochi ranks among India's top medical colleges, with cutting-edge research in nanoscience and cancer treatment. Its affiliated 1,350-bed Amrita Hospital provides world-class healthcare and has served over 10 million to date.
This university has received numerous prestigious awards and is ranked the top private university in India. It has an NRF ranking of 8 in the country with an NACC accreditation of A++. With innovation, compassion, and dedication, Amrita continues to shape the future of healthcare and medical education.
Now, we request Sampuja Swami Purnamritanandapuri, General Secretary, Mata Amritanaimat, to light the lamp.
Now, we request Dr. George Matthew John, professor at the General Surgery Department, to give the welcome address.
A very good morning to all of you. Wishing all present on this auspicious day, an auspicious and fantastic morning on a day which transcends all emotions and which will be etched in each of our students' lives, as the day will be a golden letter day. So on this note, at the outset, let me begin by invoking Amma's blessings on all of us. All my pranams and salutations to the Chancellor of our university and our leading light and spiritual guru, Mata Amritanandamayi Devi. I am deeply touched and awed to be here on this occasion, especially to give the welcome address for such distinguished luminaries on the stage and my dear students who are very special to me, especially this batch of 2019 on the Convocation Day. My dear students, you are very dear to me and you are very unique. Unique in the sense that each one of you is being trained in the newly formed curriculum of the National Medical Commission, that is competency-based medical education. The 2019 batch is an epoch-making batch, especially as far as medical education in the country is concerned, for you've been trained in competencies, not in rather theory and not in mugging up, rather in application of your medical knowledge. So in that sense, you hold a very unique place in the Indian medical history, for you are the first batch which is coming out as the competency-based medical education attained group. I am humbled and in all humility, we are all blessed and fortunate enough to have the General Secretary of Mata Amritanandamayi Math, Sampurna Swamiji Purnanandamayi Puri. Swamiji has been gracious enough every time to come and bless us, and especially in occasions like this, where blessings can move a lot of things in life. And who appropriate more can come than Swamiji to bless each one of our students, especially when they are embarking on a career which is going to take them far ahead. Swamiji is an engineer by profession and a senior renunciate disciple of our beloved Amma. Swamiji was at the prestigious Raman Institute, and Swamiji's journey has been filled with care, compassion, and relentless service to humanity. We welcome Swamiji on this occasion. It gives me immense joy and pleasure to welcome in our midst the guest of honor for this Convocation Day, which is more honorable to the students, the parents, the teachers, the faculty here, none other than Justice Devan Ramachandran, Honorable Justice of the High Court of Kerala. His Lordship did his schooling and college education in Kochi, that is at Bhavans Vidya Mandir, at Alamakara, and SH College in Ernakulam. His Lordship obtained his degree in law from Government Maharaja's Law College. The career in law started with His Lordship enrolling as advocate in 1991, where he joined his esteemed illustrious father, Mr. M.P.R. Nair, barrister at law, and commenced practice of law. Justice Devan Ramachandran started independent law practice, especially specializing in corporate law, commercial, financial law, and constitutional law. His Lordship was designated as senior advocate in the Honorable High Court of Kerala in November 2015. Justice Devan Ramachandran became additional judge of the Honorable High Court of Kerala in October 2016. Justice Ramachandran was appointed as a permanent judge in the same Honorable High Court of Kerala in the March of 2018. With such illustrious and distinguished career ahead, we are indeed proud and we are extremely honored, Your Lordship, to have you in our midst. Please give a big round of applause. Our institution has made staggering progress and growth and has become a center of excellence in the medical fraternity, especially as a leading medical teaching university hospital and an institute of eminence of this great country. We have been ramping up the set standards of medical education, healthcare, and cutting-edge research. And this has been done consistently. We have never staggered at or stopped our staggering pace. Our university has been ranked seventh best in the country, and our medical school has been ranked 8th best in the National Institutional Ranking Framework of our country. A big round of applause for that. Our esteemed Group Medical Director, Dr. Prem Nair, has been a leading force in these achievements and has been one of the astounding persons who's led the endeavor in this success story. In absentia, I welcome our Group Medical Director and Provost, Dr. Prem Nair, to this momentous occasion. Amrita School of Medicine has been in pursuit of excellence all through, as I've been stating before, be it medical, paramedical education, cutting-edge research, or landmark publications. We have achieved it all, and our rate of growth has been staggering. Many of the universities across the country have wondered, how is Amrita going at such staggering pace? You should all remember that institutes of national eminence, especially the IITs, the All India Institutes, the NITs, have been there for so long. But our institution has grown and reached to be a center of excellence, an institute of eminence, and one of the best ranked universities in a very, very short span of time. So, we have been having leaders and we have been having academicians who've led us in this pursuit of excellence. And especially when you talk of medical education and technology, technology has been gathering momentum at a rapid pace. It is growing in leaps and bounds. And our university and our medical institution has not been left behind at any stage, but rather has been a leading light in the implementation of technology in medical education, especially be it high-fidelity mannequins for surgical hands-on training, surgical robots for operation and training of our doctors. Everything is available here. Cutting-edge research, molecular research, and biology is leading the frontiers of healthcare management. And if you thought this is all we have, everyone talks of artificial intelligence nowadays. And please, my dear students, the graduating batch of 2019, it is a recent advent, and probably you have not been trained in that, but I would like to say with full honor and pride that from the present batch of the MBBS students, artificial intelligence is going to become a part of the undergraduate teaching curriculum. A big round of applause for this. And cutting-edge technologies in medical education and teaching has been led and implemented by none other than one of the greatest prime movers and ever permissive and perseverant and dashing principal of our medical school, Dr. Girish Kumar KP. Big round of applause for him. The students, I'm going to introduce to you and welcome one of the distinguished luminaries who has been with us in the growth of this institution since its inception. I'm talking about none other than Anand Kumar sir, Professor of Neurology and Neurosciences. Sir has been one of the pioneers in neurology and the establishment of various departments associated and divisions of neurology in this institute. Other than his teaching skills and treatment skills, Sir has got a lot of lateral thinking, especially when you talk about introducing neurological life science into common practice. Sir is well into research into cognitive mind therapy, into behavioral therapy, and especially Sir has got special interest in space and mind medicine. All these achievements of Sir, especially with such humility, is commendable. We welcome you, sir, to this august gathering. On this occasion, I would like to welcome one of our very ever active teaching luminaries who's leading one of the departments which is the basic of diagnosis, which is the basics of education, especially in medical science. I'm talking about our dear Madam, Professor Dr. L. Saraswati, who's the HOD of Physiology. Madam is very meticulous in seeing that her students always excel. If at all he is a slow learner, I have seen Madam being very kind enough to call the slow learners and give them special classes. Such outstanding qualities make our institution great and bring out fantastic students who do well, very well in their life later. I request everyone again to put your hands together and welcome the head of department of the Department of Anatomy, Dr. Mini Pillai. Madam is one of the leading lights of anatomical knowledge, and I have personally seen the enthusiasm in Madam in establishing state-of-the-art museum in our institution. Probably we are going to have that very soon. And I have seen museums across the country, especially in medical universities like Manipal, which have got fantastic facilities. And Madam is leading the light with suggestions and ideas to see that we also possess the best of the best in the country. Big round of applause for Mini Madam. I need not say much about one of the doyens of pediatrics, Dr. C. Jayakumar sir. The rapturous applause itself speaks. Probably whatever I say will be submerged in the applause which you have given to sir. A fantastic academician, a compassionate teacher, a child for a pediatric patient, a mentor for higher education students, and a very good human being for his colleagues and people who have not known to him also. I have experienced his mentorship, his compassion and kindness on numerous occasions, and I am testimony to what Dr. C. Jayakumar is. A big round of applause for sir again. I would say that this gathering won't be complete if you don't mention about the very important persons and luminaries sitting off the stage. Especially I would like to thank all the medical administrators who are here, our ashramites who are here, and all the people who have been on and off the stage in the purview of vision and outside, who have put the minds and hearts out to see that the convocation ceremony of 2019 batch is an astounding success. I welcome the heads of department, all the faculty of our institution, in presence here and in absence here also, who have seen that this batch of our medical graduates are the best in the country, for that matter, arguably the best in the world. A big round of applause to each one of them. I would be failing in my duty if I don't welcome the stars of the day, the 2019 MBBS batch. You have the distinction of being the 18th batch of the undergraduate MBBS students to pass out from this revered and excellent school of learning. Dear students, you have been unique, as I told earlier. Unique in a lot of ways. Unique in the sense that you have strived for excellence in academics. Many of us strived for excellence in extracurricular activities. Many of you have strived for excellence in social service. And the biggest testimony to that is your batch is the one which has taken the pride to go to Kumbh Mela and serve there for 1 month, sacrificing all the pleasures of your cozy life in your hostels and homes. A big round of applause to each one of you. I hold each one of the students very dear to me. And as a teacher, I feel filled with pride and honor to have led you in all your ups and downs. And dear students, we always welcome you, even if you're not here. Thank you very much, and a big round of applause for everyone.
Thank you, sir, for that wonderful welcome. We would also like to welcome you, sir. Dr. George Matthews John is a professor at the General Surgery Department. Welcome, sir. Now, we request Sampuja Swami Purnamritananda Puri to share a few words of wisdom with the new graduates. Swamiji is a senior disciple of our most beloved Amma and has spent the last 43 years engaged in educational, humanitarian, spiritual, and socio-cultural initiatives of the Math. Swamiji is the General Secretary of the Math, as well as being a wonderful artist, musician, and orator, and has several titles under his name. We welcome you onto the dais, Swamiji.
സ്നേഹാലോകസുമോഹനവദനം കരുണാർദ്രാനത നയനാം രമ്യാം ശ്രുതജനപാലന വ്യഗ്രാം സൗമ്യാം അമൃതാനന്ദമയീം പ്രണമാമി. ഓം അമൃതേശ്വരി നമഃ. My humble pranams to our chief guest, most respected Sri Devan Narayanan, and all the dignitaries. Devan Ramachandran, sorry. All the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and my salutations to all my divine sisters and brothers. All of you look very beautiful with the celestial costumes, like Dhansi Ranis and Rajas with a lot of confidence and a beautiful smile, so beautiful. And I take this opportunity to congratulate all of you for your strong determination and wonderful performance, and with a lot of innocence. That's special. Actually, when we announced the name of sir, all of you became like little children, LKG, KG children, because that is the power of the teacher. That is what Amma makes. Whoever go near Amma feels like a child. Actually, children can cry without any reason. Children can laugh without any reason. So when you go to Amma, you can see so many people will be crying in front of Amma. If you ask them, what are you crying for? They would say, I don't know. No reason for crying, because children can cry at any time because there is no ego. They can laugh at any time because they have no ego. So this expression itself shows your innocence. So beautiful to see your laughter. I don't want you to cry. Anyway, I congratulate all of you for your achievements in life. And Amma, I just want to remind you some of Amma's teaching. That is, Amma says, to become successful in your life, 3 qualities are very much necessary. That is, Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. There is a mantra in Lalita Sahasranama, Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Saruvinnyi Namaha. The God who is the embodiment of willpower, power of knowledge, and power of action. So to become successful in our life, we need these 3 things: strong willpower, strong determination, and power of knowledge and power of action. So if you can apply these 3 things in your life, you can become successful. Also, we live in a world Technology is there. Even artificial intelligence is there. But you shouldn't get connected with the cosmic intelligence. If you look at the sky, so many stars, so many planets and stars and galaxies are moving according to the instruction of the cosmic force. Everything is very disciplined. Actually, before meeting Amma, I did not have any faith in God. Now see my condition. This is the greatness of the master. Actually, teachers and master, there's a slight difference. Teachers fill your mind with informations, and the masters delete all the informations. You become empty. That's what Amma says. So when you ask any questions to Amma, answer is ready. Then people ask, Amma, how is it possible for you to answer all the difficult questions without thinking? Amma would say, it is possible because I don't know anything. If you become empty, you can enjoy the beauty of fullness. The more you learn, the more you will come to know the limitation of your intellect. So all the MBBS doctors will handle all type of patients. But the specialist would say, I only know about heart. I only know about ear or eye. And super speciality will say, I don't know that part. I know right eye. So the more you specialize, the more you will be conscious about the limitation of your knowledge. Finally, you will reach a state. You will come to know, I don't know anything. Then the cosmic intelligence will flow to you. That's why you get connected with this cosmic force. You can become extremely powerful, but this is useful. This world is not mithya. Amma says it's not mithya. It's an illusion, but useful illusion. This world is a mystery. Everything in it is a mystery. Every atom is mysterious. Human being is the most wonderful artistic creation of God. It is as mysterious as God itself. Activities happening within are so complicated, so sophisticated, so numerous, so subtle. Mental activities, intellectual activities, processing of perception, activities of altered perception, dream, vision, supraconscious levels, everything is very mystifying. So in this world, when we live, our intelligence alone not enough. Intuition is needed. That's what Amma says. Intuitive knowledge is very much necessary. A doctor, after seeing so many patients, he will develop certain special skills. That special skills you cannot develop through books. I remember once Dr. Pradhaman sir, who was the previous principal, the first principal, he used to say, the super specialty students are the most humblest students among all, because they are like servants. They are here to learn special skill. They are very humble, because after learning, you will become humble. The more you learn, the more you will become simple. To become successful in your life, Amma says, throughout your life, try to become like a beginner. Student, this universe is a university. Try to imagine everything as teachers. You can learn lessons from sky. You can learn lessons from ocean. You can learn lessons from each and every objects of this world. So, Amma only studied up to 4th grade, 4th standard, but she got the doctorate degree from the State University of New York, and 3 more PhD degrees. 1 more is coming from Italian University. So, Amma's knowledge is not coming out of intelligence, but through intuition. That's why one scientist instructed me to chant Gayatri Mantra when I joined Raman Institute, Bangalore, because I was doing research on solar radiation. My boss, she said, she was a Christian lady, she said, you are going to do research on solar radiation, so please chant Gayatri Mantra a few times every day before you start your research work, because it is impossible to become successful in your life without intuition. In your life, when you have to take sudden decisions in your life, your intellect cannot help you. You should feel the right answer from within. after seeing so many patients, you will develop that skill. Just by the seeing a patient, you should feel that he must be affected by such a disease. For confirmation, you conduct test. That skill you will develop. A customs officer, after watching so many travelers, he will develop certain special skill. He will feel that this person must be having smuggled goods, it will be there. So like that, our justice, after showing so many people, after handling so many cases, judgment will feel within before hearing them. That is possible, intuition. Intuition is very much necessary to become successful in our life. There is no time to take decision. Right answer we should feel the right answer within. So when we go to Amma, that's the advantage of Amrita University, all Amma's institutions, people ask, what is the secret behind the success of this institution? And Amma says, especially this journalist asked Amma, what's the secret? Amma said, it is because of the greatness of my children. In my institutions, no workers are there, only children are there. But there's one person who can give us correct decision, make correct decision when it is necessary. That decision making is so important, and we should be able to feel the sound of the soul from within. That's why Krishna tells Arjuna, nothing to worry about life. You are in the war field of life, nothing to worry. I am here to protect you. Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to face the challenges of life? If you are ready to face, strength will come to you. If you are going to run away from this battlefield of life, you lose the support of this nature. Nature is ready to help you. So Amma says, have that confidence, courage. We need courageous people. The nature needs courageous people. Nature doesn't need any weak-minded people. So here we have some strong-minded people with innocence, academic qualification, and also innocence. We need professionals with special skills and intuition. And also the most important, Amma says, never think that you can enjoy your life after hurting your parents. First, respect your parents. Make them happy. If you want to enjoy your life, first make your parents happy. Even for us to take sannyasa, we need the permission of the parents. During the sannyasa ceremony, there is a homa. We have to pledge in front of the fire. I am ready to sacrifice my life for the happiness of the world. So that time actually we sacrifice our body, mind and intellect, everything. There's no body. Even if the king come, we are not supposed to get up. But if biological mother comes, we have to get up. The Guru says, no one can forget the sacrifice done by, compensate the sacrifice done by the mother. So when your mother comes, you are supposed to get up. So Madru Devu Bhava. That's why in ancient time, Gurukula system of education, the first lesson was Madru Devu Bhava. Child, try to see your mom as God. Putru Devu Bhava. Try to see your father as God. Acharya Devu Bhava. Try to see the teachers as God. Gradually try to see everything as God. Try to see everything as God doesn't mean you should worship everything. Try to see goodness in everything. Try to see goodness in your mother. Try to see goodness in your father. Try to see goodness in your teachers. If you can try to see goodness in everything, that will develop within. This universe has a mysterious power. It changes according to your imagination. You are living in your own world. If you want to try to see goodness everywhere, you can see it. If you try to see defect everywhere, we can see only defect. Our mind will become defective. Here, to become successful, Lot of opportunities are there in this world. Try to see goodness in everything. Try to inspire everyone with our personality. Actually, there are so many people to disappoint us. There are so many people to blame us. Very few people to inspire us. That is masters like Amma. Amma says, I am here to suffer, not to enjoy. Amma doesn't want any kind of comfort or enjoyments. If you want to become happy, become a giver of happiness. Happiness will follow you throughout your life. Need not search for love. Need not search for happiness. Happiness will follow you throughout your life. May Amma bless all of you to get that purity and clarity to enjoy life throughout your life, and your life should become a contribution to this world. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir, for those few words of wisdom. Now, we call upon Anand Kumar for his presidential address. Among his many achievements, he has founded the Neuroscience Division at Amrita. He has several publications to his credit and a special interest in cognitive neurology, sleep medicine, and biomedical research. Sir, onto the podium.
Sambhujya Swamiji Purnamrithanandapuri, Honorable Justice Devan Ramachandran, our young and vibrant Principal Girish Kumar, and my students and colleagues, Dr. Saraswati, Dr. Jayakumar, Dr. Mini Pillai, Dr. George, and Dr. Sreya Nair. First of all, let me congratulate you, all the new fresh graduates, for having achieved your dream. And as Swamiji told, you look very special today, a special aura around you. And it creates an ambience of celebration. And I must also congratulate who helped you to achieve this dream, that is your family members and also the faculty who trained you. And I also have to admit that I am a stranger to you. My father used to teach Malayalam in University College. And once in a while, he used to take me for an evening stroll. And for me, it was like a walk in the clouds. He never used to give me any advice. But one day he told me that you should develop interest in something other than what you are doing for your livelihood. Years later, when I learned neurology, I learned about lateral interest. So many people, when I ask them about lateral interest and you should cultivate that, the standard answer is that, I'm not a dancer, I'm not an actor, I cannot sing, I'm just an ordinary person, but please leave me alone. But I totally disagree with that statement, because I believe that there is no child on earth and there is no person on the earth without a talent. If you have not unraveled your talent, it is a mistake of yourself as well as the teachers. And we have example, Sambhujya Swamiji Purnamrithanandapuri is one of the first disciples of Amma. Apart from that, he is a trained engineer, he is a flautist, he is a singer, he is a painter, he is an orator. It's a lot of lateral interest. And there's a belief that if you foster your lateral interest, then it will affect your studies. But this is not true. The lateral interests reside in the right hemisphere, which is an honest hemisphere. And it sort of complements the left hemisphere, which is very logical and survival conscious. But is there a way out Is there a lateral interest which you can cultivate? The answer is yes. I'm talking about empathy and compassion. When you say empathy, it is to feel with the one who is in distress. And when you say compassion, it is action followed by following empathy. If you are an over-empathetic person, many feel that he is a very good person, which is not true. I'm not telling that he is not a good person, but I'm telling that he is inviting self-harm. If you are too much empathetic, you are harming yourself. So what you should have is balanced empathy. And empathy without compassion is of no use either to the one who is empathizing nor to the one who is at the receiving end. If you take the evolution, we started off as cavemen and women, and then we graduated to the tribals, and now we have built big societies. And the very basis for all this societal build is nothing but compassion and empathy. If you go through the history of the world, you can see that it is a lack of empathy which created all these wars and massacres and genocides. It all starts with that psychopath who doesn't have the ability to empathize or be compassionate. It is not that they don't have the network, but they sort of silence them. So if you look at the Nazi genocide or the Armenian genocide or the Manila massacre, everything starts off with a psychopath. So is there any good news about empathy and compassion? Yes. One good news is that we are wired to be empathetic. The brain networks see to it that you are naturally empathetic. And the second good news is that we are all connected through our mental spaces to each other. Because by the time a child is 5 years old, he comes to know that the mental build of another person is different than of him. So there are special networks for all these. This is called the theory of mind. The bad news is that empathy is on the decline. And the reasons are many. One main reason is addiction to the digital gadgets and also addiction to drugs. The second reason is that loneliness. The third reason is that lack of good experiences and lack of good friends, and of course, lack of good parenting. When I tell about parenting, I remember to have listened to Honorable Justice Devan Ramachandran. He was talking about the influence of his good parenting in molding good habits. So parents have got a lot to play. And having said that empathy is on the decline, don't think that this is a sermon. We should have some solutions, because any knowledge which cannot be disseminated or which cannot be applied is like the rusted coins in a miser's box. മാധവിക്കുട്ടി എഴുതിയിരിക്കുന്നതാണ്. അതായത് പ്രകടിപ്പിക്കാത്ത സ്നേഹം പിശുക്കൻ്റെ തുരുമ്പ് പിടിച്ച നാണയത്തൊട്ടുകൾ പോലെയാണെന്നാണ്. So we should have some way out. So one solution is that we should be able to inculcate social skills in children. This is called Samuhya Nibunada or Naipunyam. Even before teaching them alphabets, you have to teach them the social skills. And Swamiji was mentioning about the intuitive mind. So we have got two streams of brain functioning. One is a conscious mind, the other is a non-conscious mind or the intuitive mind. And 85% of the time we function in the intuitive mind. As I'm speaking to you, the words that spill out of my mouth, my gestures, everything comes from the automatic pilot mode. So this can be trained. The intuitive mind is the one which is harboring your life values, such as compassion, empathy, gratitude, sharing. So right from the critical period of brain development, you have to see to it that you put the good life values in children. The mind of a child is like a serene pond. You can put gold or garbage. It will accept all. No? So it's our duty to put gold into the child's mind. And what is the role of doctors? No? The role of doctors, we have got a very pivotal role in this triangle. So we stand between the child, the parent, and the primary school teacher. I always quote Dr. Abdul Kalam, who came to medical college, and he likes to have interaction with the medical students. And one of the medical students got up and asked him, "Sir, what is your solution for terrorism?" So everyone thought that he will come up with a very technology for a very sophisticated missile or something like that. But his answer was very profound. He said, you concentrate on the parents and the primary school teacher. So that was the solution for terrorism. So if you sort of inculcate or try to inculcate compassion and empathy in children, there are more than one advantages. The number one is that the child is gaining. Let me put it as children are gaining. The second is that as doctors, you should practice balanced empathy, which should always be followed by compassion. Even the intent to be compassionate is enough for the brain. That itself will activate your reward systems in the brain and make it very pleasant. The third is that it is good for yourself as a person. So, years later, I beg of you, when you are senior doctors and parents, take your child out for an evening stroll. Tell your child about compassion and empathy. It will be too deep for him, too tough for him. So tell him about compassion and empathy through simple stories. And tell them that you studied in an institution where your chancellor is an embodiment of compassion. I quote Amma's words, keep the light of compassion alive in your heart. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those beautiful, beautiful words. Now we invite Sampuja Swami Purnamritanandapuri, Honorable Justice Devan Ramachandran, and all the dignitaries on stage to light the inaugurational lamp. We also call upon the representatives of the graduating batch to come on stage. As we light this lamp, may it symbolize the journey of our graduates, illuminating the world with wisdom, kindness, and knowledge, spreading light wherever they go.
We now invite our chief guest, Honorable Justice Devan Ramachandran, to say a few words. He is a beacon of wisdom, offering guidance with kindness and acting selflessly to uplift others. We welcome you, sir, to the podium.
Sampuja Swamiji, the superstar teachers of the superstar Jhansi ki Ranis and Rajas, as Swamiji said. The proud parents, I can see all of you with stars and glittering in your eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a moment of great pleasure for me. It's an absolute pleasure and honor as we usher in the next generation of healthcare professionals into our society. It's an absolute honor, and I wouldn't have missed this for anything, even otherwise, because this is a working day for me. I generally don't participate in any program beyond 10:15 in the morning, and I know it's well beyond that. It's 11:30 now. I'm seeing the next generation of my nation, and I'm absolutely proud of you. You are one of the most scintillating group of students I've seen in a long, long time. I'll tell you one thing, I'm a very proud lawyer, but I hold one profession much more noble to what I have chosen. That's a medical profession. Now then you might ask me why? Why didn't you become a doctor? The answer is simple. I've said this in many, many occasions. To borrow your jargon, I have a very weak vasovagal reaction to any shade of red. So obviously this was not a calling for me. We are a family of 4 lawyers, including my father, who is guiding us from his celestial abode. I always wanted a doctor, and today that void is being filled, and therefore it is a moment of personal elation for me also. Dr. Anand Kumar was speaking about empathy. There's nothing which is more relevant to you now. Sympathy and empathy are different. Empathy is when you deal with another as you would want the other to deal with you. As Mahatma Gandhi said, do unto another how you would want that to do unto you. To understand that every person that is in your presence is an embodiment of the same celestial and the cosmic force that is pervading yourself. To understand that what we are is what they are. There's hardly any I, it's always we. And if you are able to cultivate that as a part of your being, then you become a humanist doctor. We don't want careerist doctors, we want humanist doctors. And I have no doubt that every one of you will turn out to be a doctor of my choice, humanists, and not merely careerists. And that is why I said I'm completely honored and floored to be on this occasion. Absolute pleasure, really speaking. Now, I think I've been given about 6 or 7 minutes, and they've done it wisely because they understand I can go on and on. I can be very tiring. But they have now made sure that I don't do that by giving me a timeline of about 6 or 7 minutes. But in that 6 or 7 minutes, I want to speak about one thing in particular. You will be taking the oath, the Hippocratic oath, and you will be given the ethical standards that you are expected to. There are 4 broad ethical principles that are always given to doctors, and I believe that those standards apply to every human being, including lawyers like us. The justice, autonomy, beneficence, and non-malfeasance. Justice is, of course, making sure that everybody gets similar treatment, equality, and all those things. Autonomy is where you allow your patient to understand what they are in, give them information as is relevant and necessary. The other 2, beneficence and non-malfeasance, are actually 2 different things. Beneficence is where you make sure that you get the best for your client or your patient. There is no doubt about it. I've used the word client because this applies to lawyers also. So everything that you do, you make sure that it is for the benefit of the patient. There's no problem there. That's called beneficence. But there is the cornerstone of the ethical standards that I always hold. That's non-malfeasance. Non-malfeasance, as I said, is very, very different from beneficence, because non-malfeasance is a greater responsibility. In the maxim is primum non nocere, or primum non nocere, as you may pronounce it. First, do no wrong. So every time you have a choice of treatment of a patient, the choice is not singular. You will have alternatives. You may have 5 different methods of treating a patient, or perhaps 50 different methods of teaching a patient. It's the same with lawyers. When we deal with a problem, it's every problem, every disease that you see is a human problem or a human disease. So you have multiple alternatives for treatment. A disease that is presented to you, I'm sure that you will get alternatives as much as you want, depending upon the way you look at it. But a good doctor is one who treats the patient and not the symptom. You have heard about it. And therefore, when you make your choice among the alternatives that you have, it requires a lot of thought. Because what you have to then decide is to take that course which is most expedient, but which is the least inconvenient to the patient. Very easy to say this, oversimplified. Think about it, because this is what that will now make you a cut above the rest. There are doctors and doctors, there are lawyers and lawyers, but there are some whom you find are above the rest, a cut above the rest. This is what that makes them very different. You may have a situation where you are in a junction. You may have the option to go forward, reverse, right or left. The alternatives that you have, what is relevant for you to decide which is that route that you have to take that gives the least inconvenience to the patient. You have possibly heard of the quotation by Sigmund Freud. Do everything that you can do for the patient. Do the least you can do to the patient. It's not a play of words alone. It's a great philosophy. And that is the cornerstone of the principle of non-malfeasance. And that is what, as young doctors, what you should have in your mind, what you should imbibe in your mind on a regular basis. You are starting your career now. You have very, very long way to go. As Dr. Anand Kumar said, when you become seniors, but then that progress to seniors is a lot of travel. And that travel will decide where you become. The course that you take will decide the destination that you will reach. And that is where I thought this principle of non-malfeasance becomes important, particularly in these days where there are options that are available, which perhaps would require a lot of thought to decide which to take and which not to take. I'll speak like a lawyer and stop. We are all speaking about excellence, and this is something which I speak in many of my speeches also. But I thought, as young students, as young doctors, we want to see the world very safe in your hands. Please understand that India is governed by one of the finest constitutions in the world, something which I speak every time. The constitution gives you a lot of rights. And generally, when cases come to us and I decide matters, it is all, the allegations are that my rights are violated, therefore I require it to be restored. But hardly anybody remembers that there's something called fundamental duties also. Fundamental duties are couched in Article 51, capital A of the Constitution, one article, with several sub-articles, 11 or 12 sub-articles. The most important of the sub-article, I always say, is Article 51, capital A, J. Students, you have devices, you can always read through it. It enjoins every citizen of India, not doctors, not lawyers, not engineers, every citizen of India. It makes it an obligation and a duty on the citizens to be excellent. Excellence is not a choice for you now. Excellence is an obligation. And the Constitution is the highest law of the land. The law commands that each of us become excellent. Now, it's very easy to say that. What really is excellence is a question then. Excellence is nothing but getting your best version, achieving your best version that you are capable of. But that requires a continuous progress. It requires a continuous honing of your skills, honing of your capacities, honing of your credentials. If I'm to tell you that I'm a good lawyer, and I'm as good a lawyer as I was in 1991 when I enrolled, I'm sure you will say that that is stagnation. But if I'm able to tell you that I'm a better lawyer today than I was yesterday, that is progress. And that is what I want each of you to become. It is not merely that you have become doctors today. This is just the beginning. This is not the end. The end is until you live. The end is until you are able to achieve what you want to be. And that possibly will never come to you because it's a continuous evolution until the day you leave this world. You will perhaps never get your best version. That best version keeps happening every day. It keeps evolving every day. And that, if you are able to do to yourself, if you're able to find that version of yours which is better than yesterday, today, then you become a worthy citizen and a worthy humanist doctor. And that is what I want you to be. I told you, I can go on and on. There are many things that I wanted to tell you. And there are things which are much more relevant also. But then I don't want to take too much of time. I think I have already exhausted the time that has been given to me. But I'll stop with telling you two things. 100 years before Christ, a Roman statesman, Cicero, said, "There is nothing in men do that take you nearer to God than giving help to the others." This is 100 years before Christ that Cicero said this. And this is true today. They say that not all angels have wings. Some angels have stethoscopes. That stethoscopes have been given to you today. You have that power. But then, like the tagline in the Spider-Man series goes, with great power comes great responsibility. People often ask me, how do you deal with your power? I tell them, I have no power. I have responsibility by the Constitution. It's the same thing for you. You have no power. The power that you have been given is the power of healing. Medicines can cure the symptoms, but a doctor heals. Only a doctor can heal. Only a good doctor can heal. We want to see you as good doctors, as healers, as the examples for the future to see. All the very best. Absolutely thrilled to be here today. And I hope to see you as doctors in future. If I ever come to you as a patient, please take care of me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your wise words. They were truly inspiring. Next, we call upon our dear principal, Dr. Girish Kumar, onto the dais for the administration of the physician's oath.
Om Amrideshwari Nama. I take the last words from sir. If I come as a patient to you, please take care of me. It's a thing we teach all our students. Whenever I teach my students, I always tell, I am teaching this for personal thing, because if I come back as a patient to you, please take care me like this. That is very important. So can we have Geneva oath now? Are you ready? Okay. So this oath should come from your heart, not from the paper. Okay? So please stand up. So before I start, let me congratulate you all for this most prestigious award of MBBS degree from the most prestigious university in the country. Can we start now? So I request all the parents to wish the students when they are taking oath for their bright future. I, Dr. Girish Kumar, your name. Please start. I solemnly pledge to consecrate my life to the service of humanity. I'll give to my teachers the respect and gratitude that is their due. I'll practice my profession with conscience and dignity. The health of my patient will be my first consideration. I'll respect the secrets that are confined in me even after the patient has died. I'll maintain by all the means in my power the honor and noble traditions of medical profession. My colleagues will be my sisters and brothers. I will not permit considerations of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I'll maintain the utmost respect for human life. I'll not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. The simple meaning of this oath is, if you are a good human being, you are a good doctor. That's all. Not more than that, not less than that. Amma always says, you should talk to your patients nicely. A good smile, few good words, it can heal most of the diseases. That's all. As a doctor, I can give you as an advice. And one more advice that you may or may not like. 15th is NEET exams. Please study for that. Okay, there is no relaxation after this. Try your luck in the first NEET exam itself. The marks you score in the first NEET, that can boost your, your confidence. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir, for those final words of guidance to our graduating class. We now request Swami Purnamrithandapuri to honor our chief guest.
Now, we invite Dr. Saraswati L., Professor and HOD at the Physiology Department, to share a few words with our graduates.
Om Namah Shivaya. Pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Sadguru Amma. Very good morning to all assembled here. Pujaniya Swamiji, Purnamrithandapuri, Chief Guest of the Day, Honorable Justice Devan Ramachandran Sir, other dignitaries on and off the stage, my dear colleagues, Asramites, and the VIPs of today, our young graduating students and their family members. My heart brims with gratitude and joy at addressing you all today as a representative of Amrita family. എന്നോട് ഇന്ന് കുട്ടികളോട് സംസാരിക്കണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ വളരെയധികം സന്തോഷം തോന്നി. I love teaching all of you. One of my professors used to say, I make you to unmake me. ഒരു ടീച്ചറിന് ഏറ്റവും സന്തോഷമുള്ള കാര്യം, that means the greatest gift that we get as teachers is to see our students excel us in the profession. I am sure all of you will come out very well in life. My hearty congratulations to all of you who are receiving degrees today, and also to the parents and to the teachers. You have all gone through several years of hard work and sacrifice, and we, your teachers, feel very proud of your achievements. Now the time has come for you to fly out into the expansive world of your own. All of you have the potential to soar into the endless sky of strength and freedom. The training and discipline you got from Amrita will definitely carry you through all situations or any situations in life. Your journey forward may not always be a bed of roses. Think of every setback as a diving board which will go down first, but then it will propel you to greater and greater heights. Now, before I stop, one small advice. As the saying goes, man proposes, God disposes. To achieve success in life, besides effort, we need grace. And how do we get that grace? By developing an attitude of gratitude. Our Indian national pledge, which we used to say in school, says that I shall treat my parents, teachers, and all elders with respect. So, my dear children, always remember, as Swamiji has already said, have gratitude to your parents who have made a lot of sacrifice to make you what you are today. Gratitude to your teachers, to your peer group, to Mother Nature, and to everything around you which has contributed in some way or the other to your success. Once again, wishing each and every one of you all the best in your professional and family life. And also praying for Sadhguru Amma's grace to carry you successfully through each and every moment of your life. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for those words of guidance. Next, we call upon Dr. Jay Kumar, Professor and HOD of Pediatrics.
Om Namah Shivaya, Pranam Amma, most respected Sampuja Swamiji, Purnamradandapuri, and most listened judge of Kerala High Court or the national level, Justice Devan Ramachandran, Professor Dr. Girish Kumar, my teacher and Professor Dr. Anandakumar sir, Dr. Saraswati, my own classmate, Dr. Mini Pillai, and Dr. George and Sreya Nair. Among this audience, I can see the face of PG Nair, Madam, Professor Dr. Anil Kumar, Ganesh sir, Jigusami, and all the dignitaries, proud parents, their relatives and family members, and most importantly, the proud graduates. As you know, today is the day of celebration because, you had hardships for the last 4.5 years. I'm not saying that house science is a time for hardships, but 4.5 years is a definite time for hardships. Any number of oral examination, any number of examinations, surprise examinations, and now you are free from all those things. You can celebrate, no doubt about that. But the celebration should stop at some point of time because NEET is coming, as sir said. But you know that medical profession is a profession in which there is no retirement. In that aspect, we are different from legal people and engineers. My colleagues retired at the age of 56 or 62 years, but still I am working. I am happy with that. I am very proud that I am a doctor because there is no retirement for a doctor in their lifetime. You can practice, you can examine patients till your death. Okay, and then that medical profession is a lifelong learning process. You should do that at the earliest after your this period of celebration. As Trump used to say that America first, but we say that patient first. So for doctors, patient first. You should deal with them compassion, empathy, sincerity, dedication, and commitment. So that is the need of the hour. So we have to do that. And at the same time, as Devan sir said, ethics is very important. So ethics and profession is very important in this day of life. Money will come to you, but don't go behind money. Don't go for money. Money will definitely come to you. Money is needed for everybody, but don't go for money. Money will come to you. And you know that we are all enjoying the dignity in this country or in this world because of research. My advice to you, all of you, is that do some kind of research even after your course. You can do research anywhere. Everywhere you can do research by analyzing your patient, analyzing the symptoms and the findings. So research is very important. So you have to do research. And before I stop, one more thing I want to say, that you should be loyal to your alma mater. So we have PG Nair madam here. So all of you should be members of the alumni group of Amrita. Very, very important. So you know that you are graduated from prestigious institute, tertiary care center. When you say that you are graduated from Amrita, there's a lot of meaning in that. So this is a tertiary care center. And you should be, so when you start your career, find some time for your family also. Family is also important. So spend some time for your family. And last thing I want to say is, you should never be a member of the SAD group. What is SAD group? You should be away from 3 SAD. SAD is smoking, alcohol, and drugs. Today you learned that 10 people are affected with the HIV after using drugs. So you should never be a member of this group. And also, all of you are lean and fit. Continue like that in your lifetime also. I wish very best for this batch. All success. With these words, I would like to conclude my remarks. Jai Aima, Jai Hind. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for those wise words. Next, we call upon Dr. Mini Pillai, Professor and HOD of the Anatomy Department.
Om Namah Shivaya. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Amma. Sampuja Swamiji, guest of honor, Justice Devan Ramchandran, Girish sir, Anand sir, Saraswati ma'am, George sir, and Jaykumar sir. It's an honor, dear parents and students, it's an honor and privilege for me to address you on this very special day. My hearty congratulations to all the proud graduates. Just the other day, you were in anatomy with a lot of apprehension. Years have gone by so fast. And I remember those were the COVID days, and you had online classes. You had to work extra hard because the dissections were not there many a time. So all that was very tough for you. In general, I know this, all these years you had a tough ride. The road ahead is not smooth either, but I'm sure with the right kind of effort, sky is the limit. We have our alumni students doing extremely well in various parts of the world. PG ma'am will vouch for it. I'm sure you too will. And I would like to thank you for the beautiful memento you gave to during the pre-convocation, campus. I could not attend that function because my husband hurt his knee and he needed my help. So thank you so much and wish you all the very best. May Almighty shower choicest blessings. And as sir said, you have to strive for excellence, and I'm sure you will. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we will have a video message by our Chancellor, Mata Amritanandamayi Devi, for our MBBS 2019 graduates.
പരമാണി പൊരുളിലും കുടികൊള്ളും വിശ്വദർശനം ഞങ്ങൾ കാണുന്നു. വിശ്വദർശനം ഞങ്ങൾ കേകുവന്തികേ. വിശ്വദർശനം ഞങ്ങൾ കാണുന്നു. सात्विका नाच गया मैया जी के शरण में आ. तेरे सिवा कुछ भी नहीं मैया तू ही मेरा जहां. सात्विका नाच गया मैया जी के शरण में आ. तेरे सिवा कुछ भी नहीं मैया तू ही मेरा जहां. വിശ്വദർശനം ഞങ്ങൾ കേകുവന്തികേ. വിശ്വദർശനം ഞങ്ങൾ കാണുന്നു. വിശ്വദർശനം ഞങ്ങൾ കേകുവന്തികേ. വിശ്വദർശനം ഞങ്ങൾ കാണുന്നു.
Now, for the moment we've been all waiting for, the certificates and medals. We call upon the graduates to receive their medals and certificates as a testament of their continued hard work and excellence. Their countless achievements are displayed on the PPT presentation.
Dr. Parvati Nambiar, Dr. Abhinav Shankar, Dr. Abhinav Shankar, Dr. Aditya Krishnalal, Dr. Abhinav Shankar,
Dr. Adya Krishna Lal.
Dr. Aditya N.A. Sajid. He is also the best intern for ophthalmology.
Next up, we have Dr. Aditya Agarwal, the best intern for pediatrics.
Dr. Aishwarya P.R.
Dr. Amanda Kavil Anand.
Dr. Amaya Raghu.
Dr. Amu Maniamkot.
Dr. Amrita Padikil.
Dr. Aneksh A. Rajan, best intern for orthopedics.
Dr. Anjali Yadav. Dr. Anu Anil Nair. Next, Dr. Anumol Andrews.
Dr. Arati Jayaraj.
Dr. Aravind A., Best Intern OBG.
Dr. Adra Anil Kumar.
Dr. Arjun Shivaprakash.
Dr. Arpita Ashok, subject topper in pediatrics. Dr. Arun Raghunathan. Dr. Ashrita Suresh. Dr. Ashwati D.S.
Dr. C.V. Sri Lakshmi.
Dr. Tejaswi Bhargavi Swarali.
Dr. Christina Mary Joes, Best Intern Forensic Medicine.
Dr. Deepali Arora, Best Intern in Pediatrics.
Dr. Devyani R.S.
Dr. Devarsh Priyadarshan, the Best Intern in both Forensic Medicine and Community Medicine.
Dr. Erin Maria.
Dr. Evelyn Sarah Matthew.
Dr. Fida Faisal. She is a subject topper in physiology, community medicine, ophthalmology, forensic medicine, general surgery, and OBG.
Dr. Geetu M.R.
Dr. Gopika Krishnan.
Dr. Gaurika Pradeep.
Dr. Gautam S.
Dr. Haron Matthew Alexander, the best intern for emergency medicine.
Dr. Ijaz Ismail, Best Intern, Dermatology.
Dr. Johnny Jacob.
Dr. Lakshmi S., Best Intern, Community Medicine.
Dr. Lakshmi P.R.
Dr. Malavika K.G.
Dr. Malavika S. Gangadharan.
Dr. Matthew V. George.
Dr. Meghna Anil.
Dr. Meghna Anil.
Dr. Naveen Kumar CS, the best intern for ENT.
Dr. Neelanjana K, best intern of orthopedics.
Dr. Neha Teresa Sabusi, best intern for OBG and ophthalmology. Dr. Nikunj Munjal.
Dr. Niranjana S.M.
Dr. Nitin Thomas Matthews. Dr. Nitish Sharma, best intern for general medicine and general surgery. Dr. Naushera NP. Dr. Parvata Hari Teja Reddy.
Dr. Parvati Prashant.
Dr. Parvati B.
Dr. Parvati R.
Dr. Prabhashri.
Dr. Pranay Khanna.
Dr. Raj Sheen Poovan.
Dr. Reshma Elizabeth John.
Dr. Ria Aziz, subject topper in both microbiology and pharmacology.
Dr. Rizwan Mohammed. Best Intern ENT.
Dr. Rowan Sherry.
Dr. Shabrinath S.R.
Dr. Sakshi Chandra.
Dr. Sam Joe Matthews.
Dr. Sandra Anil.
Dr. Sharat J. Babu.
Dr. Sean Verghese.
Dr. Sharon Mary Saji.
Dr. Shirre Aniket Dasrao.
Dr. Shivani Singh, Best Intern, General Medicine and Radiology.
Dr. Siddharth J.
Dr. Smriti Anup Menon.
Dr. Sneha Jose.
Dr. Srinidhi P. Shenoy, Best Intern, Dermatology.
Dr. Shriram Shri Kumar.
Dr. Shruti M.
Dr. Tahseen N. Shah.
Dr. Vani Parvati.
Dr. Varnika Roy.
Dr. Narayan Vishnu Venkataraman, subject topper, Biochemistry and ENT.
Dr. Vinayak Rakesh.
Dr. Neha Jojo.
Dr. Ria R.S.
Dr. Drishti Modi, Best Intern, General Medicine, Emergency Medicine, and General Surgery.
Dr. Grishma S.
Dr. Jiva P. Jiju.
Dr. Harshita Shudri.
Now, for the announcement of the Best Outgoing Intern. We are honored to announce that the Best Outgoing Intern of the 2019 batch is Dr. Drishti Modi. Doctor, please come onto the dais. Congratulations to one and all.
We are now delighted to have the student representatives of the MBBS 2019 batch to share their experiences and their insights.
First, we would like to call upon Dr. Parvati Prashant.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, respected principal, honored chief guest, and other dignitaries on and off the dais, and my dear luminous batchmates. Medicine is not just a profession. It's a journey of sleepless nights, friendships forged over dissection tables, and lessons that shape us inside out. So today I would like to talk about all the nostalgic experiences throughout our 5.5 years. So join me as I take you all on a nostalgia ride. So 5.5 years ago, let's rewind time back. Nervous breaths, excitement. There was visible emotions on most of all of your faces, especially on the first day of orientation. And that was the first time we sat as a batch. I vividly remember how welcoming the Amrita fraternity was, the confusion and amazement when we were given the hospital tour. It was very confusing, considering how big the hospital was. Then do you all remember on a first class how it was, the orientation classes, how our eyes were when we saw the big textbooks, and how heavy it was? And one of my vivid memories from first year begins from our dissection table in anatomy class, the place where the dead teaches the living. The first time we saw a cadaver, we realized two things. One, this is real. This is a real body. And formaldehyde does not sit well with us. After that, we spent hours cramming muscles from places that we didn't even know existed, mixing up all the arteries and nerves, cutting through the tissue until we reached the bone, and then we realized, okay, there's another limb, we can salvage that. Then I particularly remember one of our batchmates who discovered the brachial plexus, but it turned out to be the pacemaker wire. Then came physiology classes. We learned how an entire body seemed to function on small things small microscopic receptors such as sodium potassium pumps. Then we also have vivid memories from our blood experiments in physiology, especially the lancets. There were some of us who were our blood donors, and some of us who were scared to prick, and some of us who loves bluffing with the BP machine, the sphygmomanometer. I mean, we tried our best. It was just our first year. It was confusing. It was quite an interesting ride. Now, the next stop, let's meet at biochemistry. We definitely owe the college tons of test tubes and beakers, but we're not going to talk about it right now. Let's move on. It's been 5 years though, and I'm sorry to say, I still cannot remember the Krebs cycle. We memorized so many cycles, then we forgot it. Then we made mnemonics to remember it. Then we also forgot the mnemonics. Then we have the COVID. We were sent home for 2 weeks for our sessional preparation, and then we returned back after 2 years with chubbier faces and a little bit dumber. We seem to have forgotten a lot of stuffs when we came back. And then let's move on to the second year. So we have the pharmacology, where all of us realized, yeah, after learning the subject, we have early onset dementia. Every drug is unique. Every drug has unique mechanisms. But they all often had 3 common side effects in our exam papers. That is nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, including the antiemetics. I'm sure our teachers had fun time correcting our answer sheets. Then we moved on to pathology. This is where we realized the shift from what's normal. We had learned what's normal in our first year, and then moved on to what is abnormal, how a human body is abnormal in our second year. This was when most of us realized, oh my God, these symptoms seem to match. Sudden headache, oh my God, brain tumor. Cough, oh my God, is that TB? Sudden bruise somewhere, okay, we are having decreased platelet count. Pathology is where we realized we had multiple diseases which we self-diagnosed. Moving on to micro. This is where we realized we have an unhealthy addiction to the sanitizers. And the amount of mnemonics we made to study about gram-negative, gram-positive, aerobic, anaerobic bacteria, just in general, evil microbes. It was quite interesting. And I think all of these evil microbes had very common lab investigations, such as CBC, gram smear, Malditov, and let's not forget RT-PCR. That's there in everyone's answer sheets. And this is how we ended our second year, but let's not forget how our hostel experiences were, starting from the midnight Maggie sessions to gossip sessions, group studies, all of this, including how all of us had shared group therapy sessions. Our friends were therapeutic too. But above all, our professors who were very magnanimous, they were very patient, especially after our COVID. They put so much effort in reteaching us, conducting tests, and made us realize what were our shortcomings. They went an extra mile. So let's please give an applause to the first 2 years professors. It's because of your wisdom and your patience, and for definitely not laughing too hard during our vivas, we were able to move on to our third year and fourth year. I would like to call upon the boys rep, Sriram, to talk about third year and fourth year.
Honorable dignitaries on the dais, dear family members, and my dear, dear fellow doctors. It was now time for us to move from textbooks to the wards, from mannequins to real patients, and from listening to lectures to pretending we actually understood them. Third year was an easy-go-lucky year where we made the most of our college life. We conducted the Sports Fest Chakraview 2023 and came out as champions just like every other year. We mastered the art of nodding thoughtfully while our professors rattled off diseases we have never heard of. And let's not forget about our ward posting, standing cluelessly in the corner, trying to look both in helpful and invisible at the same time, trying to hide behind our friends to escape the viva we had to deal with after every case presentation. We learned how to confidently say, "Sir, I'll get back to you after reading," which is just a medical student code for "Sir, I have no idea, please do not ask me again." Our sincere thanks to the Department of Ophthalmology, who taught us that the eye is not just a simple organ, it has a whole book dedicated to it. We learned to use the ophthalmoscope, a device which we pretended to know how to operate while secretly just seeing a blurry tunnel. And who could forget the tuning fork tests? We hit that thing on our elbows with full confidence, only to get confused whether it was Rene positive or negative every single time. Thank you to the Department of ENT for guiding us. Community medicine turned us into mathematicians as we racked our brains trying to calculate incidence, prevalence, birth rates, and death rates. Our sincere thanks to the Department of Community Medicine for introducing us to the real world of medicine outside the hospital walls. And then we have forensic medicine, the subject that made us feel like detectives, but left us confused about whether the wound is an incision, laceration, or an abrasion. Let's all not forget about the anxiety that we had during the Viva preparations, praying not to mess up the definitions of manner, mode, or cause of death, even though they sounded exactly the same. Thank you to the Department of Forensic Medicine for invoking the Sherlock inside us. Now it was 2023. It was a big reality check for us. We were almost there. We worked day and night trying to relearn and polish our examination skills. We had the best professors to guide us at this crucial juncture. The first name when we talk about general medicine is of our dear HOD, Dr. MGK Pilla sir, who always greets us with a smile, comforting us with his warm words. Thank you to the Department of General Medicine for welcoming us with a warm heart. Thank you to the Department of General Surgery for showing us how the pain of going under the knife can turn into a beautiful smile at the end of the procedure. Our sweet HOD, Dr. Pradeep Jacob, an ardent lover of the Bailey, was always there to lend a helping hand, punctual to the dot and scaring us with his habit of closing the door if we are 5 minutes late to his class. Our sincere thanks to our dear, dear Pookie HOD, Dr. C. Jayakumar, who has the heart of a 2-year-old and wisdom as deep as the ocean. Can you make out the diagnosis with just the sound of a cry? Well, he can. Thank you to the Department of Pediatrics for bringing out the child in us while we dealt with our adulting. Now, what do I say about obstetrics and gynecology, a department we boys were hesitant to enter? However, our HOD, Dr. Shobha, and all the faculties and PGs welcomed us with open arms, where we, for the first time, brought tiny little chams into the world. Thank you to the department for not just teaching us to get on our feet on hearing the word crowning, but also showing us that women are equally, or maybe a little more stronger than men. Now, internship. Who can forget about the sleepless nights of internship? The moment we all thought we'd finally be doctors, but instead, we spend most of our time looking for a working pen. Let's be honest, our greatest skill in medical school was mastering the art of looking busy while doing absolutely nothing. Where sleep became a luxury, food became optional, and our phones were filled with missed calls from our PGs than our own families. Many days went by where we either celebrated or started Googling alternative careers for medical graduates. If medical school taught us something, it's that survival is an art and we mastered it. We have seen pain, loss, and suffering, But we also have seen hope, recovery, and the power of human connection.
I would also like to share about my internship experience. So after our exams, when we finally entered our internship phase, we reached a point where theory became practical. So one of our first posting was the OBG, where we panicked more than the expecting mothers. And the labor room was a great example of a family planning experiment. We realized, that's it. To the surgery posting, we did dressings and presented cases. And sometimes, if you're unlucky, the patient switched details last minute. But that was definitely not our fault. We asked. We tried. And that's a place where we practiced suturing. And while the anesthetist in the background was a little horrified, it's taking too much time. Then to our medicine posting, this is where we actually learned, okay, this is where we need to look a little busy. PG calls, intern, do this. Sir, discharge summary. Intern, do that. Sir, one more discharge summary. Intern, come to ER. Sir, discharge summary. It's intriguing how real life patients were solved almost like proper medical cases, like Sherlock Holmes. Our house MD in real life is what I observed in general medicine department. Hats off to their thinking skills. Then let's go to pediatrics. It was fascinating how the professors who scared us as students welcomed us as family in pediatrics. And it seems that kids were much scarier than the adults. It's difficult to get findings, and they're not always cooperative. It was quite magical how the professors were able to elicit findings and diagnose. Then let's move on to ER posting, where the adrenaline rush was very accelerating. It was quite a valuable experience indeed. That was the place where we saw the two sides of the coin. That's where I experienced watching a patient die for the first time. That's where we saw patients who can be saved in a minute, or maybe they could also crash in the next. This polarity was indeed a reality check as a medical student. Then to our community medicine posting. It was truly a chill posting, but very valuable indeed. Jokes apart, this was where we learned how to prescribe medications and how to deal with the general public. Of course, the CHC mortar puffs would be very much missed, and along with the 9-to-5 job. To the short postings, ENT, ophthal, ortho, anesthesia, psychiatry. It was definitely a pleasure working in these departments. We started our journey as clueless medical interns, and now we are less clueless, but still, we are better than before. Despite all the sleepless nights, the stress, questionable diet choices, we made it. All of us made it together. Let's not forget our lovely friends and companions without whom survival of MBBS would be very hard. From the midnight birthday celebrations in our hostel, which was gate crashed by our wardens, to the group gossip sessions. It was the hostel where we learned how to pass our exams, the last minute crash courses. We fought, we cried, we grew up together from teen to an adult. And growing up this much wouldn't have been possible without all of you guys. These moments may have become memories, but leaving here doesn't change the fact that our roots will always be entangled. It's funny how day by day nothing changes, but when we look back, things are definitely different. We currently learned and gained knowledge, resilience, ability to function on 2 hours of sleep, strong coffee. MBBS started with a bunch of strangers, but now we have formed a bond with all of you, all of us, which is much stronger, and I'm sure it'll last a lifetime. So here's to our profession. Thank you all, professors and teachers, family, for guiding us, and especially to our family for being patient and understanding, even when we ranted with our medical jargons. I am honored here to stand before you as the batch rep of 2019. This is my last speech as your rep. Thank you all. And before we end the speech, may I please conduct a last roll call? No proxies. Start.
'88. So, guys, it's a very special day for all of us. And to make that more special, there is another very special thing that is happening today. It's one of our dear batchmates' birthday. Happy birthday, Matthew. To our professors, thank you for your wisdom and scaring us just enough to keep us studying and making us realize that Google is not a replacement for our actual knowledge. A very special thank you to our dearest principal, Dr. Girish sir, for always being there for us in whatever we need. So guys, let's wear our white coats with pride and carry our stethoscopes like the superheroes we always dreamt of being. And most importantly, never forget, whatever happens, there's always coffee and motor puffs. Let's go out there and make a difference, one patient at a time. Thank you, guys. Now, since we all have our loved ones here, we would like to show a small glimpse of our wonderful 6-year journey. Please, everyone, enjoy our promo video presented by the Lumineers. Can we have the lights off, please? Sorry for the inconvenience. We'll play the promo video a bit later.
Thank you for that beautiful insight on that memorable journey.
Let us now hear from Dr. Shreya Nair, Senior Resident at the Departments of Pediatrics, and our own dear alumni from the 2011 batch for the vote of thanks.
Om Amriteshwarya Namaha, humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Amma. First of all, I would like to congratulate all my dear children. I would like to refer you as children and not young graduates for embarking this new journey of life today. Okay. Today I stand before you as a proud alumnus of this institute. As some of you already mentioned about me a few days back, a pure Amrita breed in many respects. I am deeply honored and humbled to be standing in this side of the podium beside my dear teachers. To be very frank, in my heart, I still feel like the young girl who was sitting, waiting there to receive my graduation certificate. And at times I feel I am still that young girl who still runs to her professors for silly doubts and whatnot, even for life problems. There is one thing about this institute. Here you're not just trained to be a knowledgeable doctor, but you're taught to be compassionate, humble, empathetic individuals with integrity and strong values. Moving on to the duty I am entrusted with, first and foremost, I would like to thank our beloved Amma, who is the visionary and guiding force behind this institute. Amma's never-ending love and blessing shine on all of us. Going to our Sambhuja Swamiji, Purnamritananda Puri, General Secretary Amritanandamayi Mutt. He is one of Amma's earliest disciples. His contagious energy and never-ending stories never fail to amaze us. Thank you, Swamiji, for gracing this occasion with your presence. Next, moving on to Dr. Prem Nair sir, Medical Director and Provost, Amrita Group of Institutions, who shoulders two great institutes under his able leadership. Unfortunately, sir couldn't be there with us today, but still I thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank our chief guest, Justice Devan Ramachandran sir, for delivering the keynote address. Sir is known for working with integrity and for being a strong supporter for the medical fraternity. I am sure you have inspired our young minds with your amazing speech, sir. Thank you so much for taking your time out of your busy schedule and being here. Next, moving on to our ever-charming principal, Dr. Girish Kumar sir. I would like to thank you for administering the physician's oath. Sir is known for his student-friendly behavior and for being a wonderful administrator and a great academician. There are so many books to his credit. Next, coming to, thank you so much, sir. Next, coming to our beloved Anand Kumar sir, Vice Principal and Professor of Neurology, who is not just a great clinician and teacher. Sir is known for his light-hearted but yet thought-provoking, invigorating speeches, and he is a multifaceted talent, and a lot of you must have heard his singing capabilities. Thank you, sir, for your presidential address. I would like to thank Dr. George Matthews, sir, Professor of Department of General Surgery, for the wonderful welcome address. Sir, you have made my job a little easier. Next, coming to my dear professors, Dr. Saraswati Madam, Professor and HOD, Department of Physiology, and Dr. Mini Pillai Madam, Professor and HOD, Department of Anatomy, who actually held our hands when we were most fretted in our first year and made it a cakewalk. Then how can I not mention my beloved HOD, my Jayakumar sir, Professor and HOD, Department of Pediatrics. But sir, I cannot just explain in words what you mean to us as a department, as in a personal level. Sir, you are, as the kids mentioned, a pookie. All three of them are known for their invigorating personality and amazing teaching skill. Thank you, sir and madams, for those encouraging words to our young graduates. Next, moving on to people off the dais. Dr. M.G.K. Pillai, sir, Professor and HOD of the Department of General Medicine. Sir is the backbone of the CRRI program. Without your effort, today's program wouldn't be possible, sir. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank all my dear faculty and HODs who have taken their time out from this busy schedule to come here and bless the new graduates. Moving on, I would like to thank all our beloved parents who have come here and they have entrusted their precious ones in our hands in our faith. Thank you all. Next, I would like to thank all MBBS students present here and the student volunteers who are here to cheer their seniors up. I would like to thank Suresh Chattan and Swamiji Samsiddhamrita Chaitanya for this wonderful ambience. I would like to thank Swamiji Karanamrita Parama for arranging the sumptuous lunch which is waiting for all of us. And Swamiji's egg puffs is something that none of us can forget. I thank the audiovisual, the IT team, the Amrita Communications, and the events team for their ample support for the smooth functioning of the today's event. I would like to thank the security team who helped in all the crowd control. I would like to thank all the non-teaching staff, especially the staff at our principal office and the academic office for their support. And last but not the least, I thank all the ashramites, especially our beloved Brahmachari Dr. Jaguswamiji and Brahmacharini Dr. Rehna Chichi for their support. So young graduates, as you are moving out of this institute, I would like to tell you something that Barack Obama once said. Decide to ground yourself in values that last, like honesty, hard work, responsibility, fairness, generosity, and respect for others. I hope you all have a very nice career ahead. I apologize if I have missed out on anyone. It was not intentional. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Shreya. Everyone, please rise for the national anthem. We now request all the new graduates to come on stage to receive the prasad. Please come on stage from the right-hand side. Before you receive the prasad, please receive your memento.